Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Hero's Adventure Road to Passion, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our Guide for Complete Beginners. And you know what? Every time I pick up the game, after, not having played for a few days, what you gotta do is just go into your pause menu and just check all of your training. There are so many things that you're doing with leveling up, with training, with equipment, that you really have to kind of manage this, and I myself am guilty of overlooking lots of these elements. So first thing first is just to go through and see if anybody has any points to spend in the upper right corner, and several of our people do. So Hua does. I'm just going to select her and allocate her potential, and again, I like to just kind of double down on what they're already doing. So if she's into strength, then I just, keep tilting her in that direction. You could make her more balanced or pick two stats to focus on, whatever you'd like. But I kind of like just saying, okay, well, Bao is getting to that 10 strength point, so let's get it for him. And then the doc is all about, intelligence, so let's keep boosting that. Confirm. Okay, so now everybody's points are distributed. Now let's just go over to the passives and see if anybody has passives that we want to spend. And indeed, we have a bunch here. We can get Windwalker, which allows you to move again after an attack. And this is pretty sweet. You don't get to, move and attack again, of course, but it lets you kind of go in, attack, and then if an enemy doesn't have a lot of movement, or you can position yourself to avoid getting an area of effect attack or something like that. So we will take that, and then we actually have enough to move toward either the preemptive strike or the caught off guard. So I'm just going to go up towards preemptive strike. Oh no, I only have one. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's the direction I want to go, though. Okay, and our buddy here has 6, so we were already moving up towards Wall of Steel. This is so good because it just nullifies the first attack, and it's just super annoying. The AI does tend to use abilities into this, and then they'll just waste an ability. It's great. So we've got that, and then she's got 5, so let's move her over. She will get her first blood, and then we will move her along the fire bottom part. Let's see, we've got no points here. 7 points for Bao, so we will take this, and almost there for first blood. Alright, the doctor has a bunch of points that we haven't spent yet. We leveled up so much when we were just fighting those wolves, and I haven't really distributed people's points yet, so that's where we're at. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here, and then move here, and then we're almost towards Deadly Strike, and then we can get all of the rest of this. And then the hunter actually has no points, so everybody has spent their points. Now it's time to see what martial arts are we working on with these people. So we're training the manual of Frostfall Fist technique with the main character, but that's an external ability, so we don't need to keep that equipped. We could go for leveling up an internal if we wanted to with this character. This character is not working on anything internally or even externally, so we need to give him some more abilities. All he has are these hammer abilities, so that's an issue. And then let's just kind of check out on everybody else. She's doing Armor Breaker internally, which is correct. But she's got it to the highest level. So we need to move this off of her and give her some other abilities. So you see what I mean? You just have to kind of, these things can happen rapidly, and there's so many moving parts that you just got to stay on top of this and just check in every once in a while. So Bao is doing the breathing technique, and it's internal, and it's mastered. So I'm going to actually... This is going to be so much better for him, so I'm going to switch over to the main internal skill, and, okay. sometimes the controls are not the easiest for navigating these different techniques. Oh, but he's Yang type, so actually I don't think he can switch. So he is moved over in the Yang direction, and so I don't think he can use breathing technique because it's an internal type Yin, and he is in Yang. I believe that's why he can't do that, so we need to switch him off of that immediately. And then the doctor is not learning anything. He's not learning a manual, and neither is the hunter. So we have to do so much work right here. This is just terrible manual management on my part. But I gotta say, if they ever, some of these systems are really hard to configure and even compare and see what you're doing. Sometimes the UI is a little like this screen. You can see like who is reading this, but you can't see it necessarily like, okay, so I'm reading this, so I don't want to read it. And then you need to equip something, but it's not easy to kind of see like which manuals you've already learned. It's just a little bit clunky to get all of this going, but nevertheless, we will. So what internal power are we going for with... We're using the psi method, so let's just go back to manuals and find the psi method book, and just let's see if we can try to max that out. And then my man here, let's just keep going with ox power until we max it out for him, because that's his internal power. This is Frostfall Fist Technique is one of those abilities that's from the Old Man Master, and it's like a trick. It suggests that it is fist, but you could see the weapon is no limit, and then it has all of the weapons. So this is something that you can teach to everybody, because I think it's, kind of like agnostic as far as weapon type. So I'm going to go with this for her. And then Bao is currently... Are you learning something? Yeah, he's learning breathing technique, but again, this is a Yang, so we need to find a Yin. We need to find a Yang internal that he could perhaps get. Armor Breaker move, and Hua is reading it. I thought I gave Hua a different... I must have skipped her. I thought I gave her Frostfall Fist Technique. Oh wait, she can't learn it. Because she has to have an external skill of 30, so she's not ready for that yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. She can't learn this anyway, so we'll just... she's already working on that. I'll wait for a bit on her. She's okay. And then he's now learning this internal, which is good. The doctor needs something else to go... do you have... I think he has this. I wish I could just tell, like, okay, well, what do you know and what don't you know? Anyway. Let me see his martial arts. His internal is, revitalization, but I don't know if I have a book for that. So I might want to just go to breathing and keep leveling that up for him. He does have Autumn Wind already figured out. So let's go back to manuals. Internal, and let's just give him breathing. And then this guy, we're going to go to, manuals, but can you learn this Beast Taming Trident? He already has that. Let me give him Autumn Wind Palm, even though he just needs another thing to do that might be stronger. Okay, perfect. So now we've got some more manuals going for our people. Another thing I think is worth doing, you could look at everybody's level. We could level him up a little bit. He's so low, the hunter. And so I'm just going to promote him to 20th level, just to make him so he's not too far behind. And then I'm going to promote the main character once, twice, 3 times. And the reason I'm doing that is because there are so many situations where the main character has to fight solo, and I just want them to be incredibly strong. Okay, that looks good. He did get a point, so let's spend this. And I guess dexterity is your bag, so that's fine. Okay, now you want to just make sure everybody has a good accessory equipped, and the doctor does not. So let's just go over to accessory and see if we have any epic accessories. Oh, this is the one that gives you money every day, which is not bad at all. This gives him extra hit points, but not many. This is a lot of extra hit points, which is very nice. But I'm just going to give him this so we can get some cash. The doctor I don't really usually have fight. I just have him stand back and heal people anyway. Okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay. All right. So the other thing I do after kind of like taking care of that, and that's a slog. Like there's a lot to manage, but if you don't stay on top of it, your characters can get behind. So just kind of pay attention to that. Let's see what quests we're tracking. I don't want to track Hunter's Past. We do want to go to the Prosperous Inn. Meeting General Liu is something that we want to do, but I'm not going to track it because we need a bunch of scrap silver to get into the General. At least as far as I've seen. And we need to reach level 50 in a martial arts skill to get to our our next main storyline. We do have some rumor. And the Yi Family Battalion is recruiting soldiers. The Yi Family Battalion is what I joined in my Let's Play, and I like it the most. RP-wise, they seem to be, at least on the surface, from what I've discovered, the most, kind of honorable of the different families. And let's see. We need to go take care of these beggars, so let's do that. And you can just cycle through the different quests that you want to track here. And perfect. Let's go do that. And I'm going to... You can open this and you use a bronze key. And we got an iron key and 2 nameless appliances. Very well. And we got some explorer experience. I'll take it. Upgraded our key a little bit there. And let's see, anything else that we can pilfer? Okay, not really. Let us go downstairs then. This has stuff, and if we haven't gotten it already, look at that. Bronze keys in there. Anytime you see a container, it is worth trying to take from. And as far as I've seen, most of this stuff is not stealing. It'll tell you if it is. It'll be red, but there's a lot of stuff that you can just get that you would feel would be stealing, but it's not. So it's always worth just poking around, seeing what you can get. Let's see, this Beggar Quest, where is this person? Oh, he's right here. Perfect. So the beggar is already here. You're blocking the entrance to the shop. How is the shopkeeper supposed to do business? Hurry up and run away. Don't ask for trouble. You don't have to worry about food and clothing, and you come here to meddle? I've been talking for a long time, but the shopkeeper refuses to give me a penny. I might as well stick with him to the end. Let's see if he's scared. What should I do to make them go away? So you can fight them, or you could pay them. I really haven't tried fighting them. And I find that 100 wen is not a lot, so I always pay them myself. Just give them 100, and then they go away, and then you complete the quest. So you also boost your relation with the stinky beggar for whatever that's worth, and then you can come right down here and turn this into the quest board. And so we hand it in, and we get 300 coins, so we really get 200. And then we get trustworthy, and then we get the rest of these, we get some knowledge, and we get some fame. So we'll hand it in. And they want us to go kill wild wolves, which is easy. They also want us to go to the Prosperous Inn, which is, you can push R1 to look at your map, and you can see the Prosperous Inn is right here. And we're just going to kind of see who we can talk to. Here's the board scholar. Let's talk. I heard that there was once a strange woman with the surname Shi who studied horse riding with the coachman of Chuzhong City for 8 years, but still got the commands for the horse to run and stop wrong. It would be dangerous to ride a horse. Later, the coachman refunded her 66 coins of tuition and told her not to mention her experience of learning to ride with him to others. How did you know about such a thing? I said I heard about it. How would I know this thing got out in the first place? It's you guys who spread rumors and confuse people. You really don't know the rules. Who digs deep into gossip just listens for fun. Okay, so this is actually a good piece of information that we're learning, and we can go talk to our buddy to confront him about this, the cart man in the front of the town. I wonder if what he said about the strange woman is true. There's also the waiter. Are you a foreigner? You look very unfamiliar. You can talk and you can inquire doubly. I heard that the Tiger Escort in the northeast of the city is recruiting escort lieutenants. If I know martial arts, it might be a good opportunity to make money. Okay, so there's escort lieutenant. And then there's also, I heard that there were 8 heroes who helped guard the city in the past, including the current heads of the 3 sects and a man obsessed with swordsmanship. The remaining 4 seem to have disappeared without a trace. Okay, so now we have some more info. And we could talk to the head of the inn. Hello, are you here for a meal or to stay? I've been traveling all the way. I'd like to stay and rest. It's 200 wen per night to stay. And then here comes a bunch of ruffians. You blind? Get out of my way. How's business lately, shopkeeper? Thanks to you all, business is okay. The boss ordered us to collect 5 dan of relief grain from each household to help the refugee camp outside the city. If there's not enough grain, you can also pay 10 guan instead. So guan, like, 1 guan is 1,000 of our wen. 5 dan of relief grain, 10 guan. What, you think it's too little? No, I'll give you the money right away. Shopkeeper, when will the usual payment for the general's mansion be made? Oh, it looks like business is good today. Sir, I'm afraid the security fee for this month will have to be delayed for a few days. When it comes to collecting money for you merchants, you all make excuses. If you keep dawdling with me, I'll close your shop and confiscate everything. Sir, please calm down. The shop only has 10 taels of income, and even the horse can't be kept. The remaining money can't even make up half a tael. As long as you have these 10 taels, since you have prepared it in advance, bring it on. Hey, there should be a first come, first serve, right? These taels are ours from Dirty Street. No one can take it away. You guys are getting more and more lawless, daring to confront the general's mansion. Who doesn't know that in this city our boss holds up half of the city alone? If it weren't for our boss mediating from all sides, how could a small general's mansion manage such a large city? I feel this is a bit unstable. What should I do? Okay, so we can give him $10,000, which we don't have. You can help one side, or you can just watch what happens. So maybe, and I don't recall if I did this or not, maybe you could side with the general's mansion so you can get the relationship to rise and get inside easier. But I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to pick a side. We get plus 10 wisdom. A few lowly people dare to speak out seeking death. So they're going to fight. The general's mansion people are tough. I like how I leveled up. Get out of here. Don't cause trouble. Shopkeeper, this routine. This tails naturally belongs to the general mansion now. Great. Worked out great for him. When will Marshal Yi be able to take control of the city and stand up for us? What are you looking for? And so you can ask him for accommodation. You can buy and sell. That's good enough. Okay. So we've done everything we need to know to like learn about the political situation in the city. Oh, there's going to be a hero conference in the city soon. Have you heard about it? Of course I know about such a big event, but it's strange that the government is organizing this hero conference, which is usually a martial arts competition. It's simple. The government no longer represents the court, but the local lords. The government is just doing things for these forces. Once the people in the officialdom get in the affairs of the Zhangyu, it seems a bit off. Why bother about that? If it's a martial arts competition, it's a chance to make a name for yourself. Who cares who organizes and manages it? That makes sense, but do you know how to participate in this conference? It's not difficult for me. You need to go to the dojo to participate in the preliminary competition. Only when you win the competition can you have the qualification to register for the hero conference with a prefect. In that case, what are we doing here? Let's go to the competition right away. So this is another thing that we can do, is join the martial arts competition. Disciple, this is a great opportunity for you to show your face. You must win the championship of this hero meeting. So, we need to go to the dojo to do this. Now, we can do that, 100%. But I'm going to tell you that you can wait. At least that's what I did. And I leveled up a bunch and made it real easy on myself. So let's just go out the front and talk to the coachman. Excuse me, I heard that a strange woman studied horse riding with you for 8 years and still didn't learn it. Is this true? Keep it down. Don't spread this rumor. I don't know where you guys get your gossip from. It seems it's false. The thing is true, and the person does exist. You admitted it yourself, so it's not a rumor? 8 years ago, she couldn't even tame a normal dwarf horse, but later she got some advice from a master, had an epiphany, not to mention riding a horse, pig, wolf, and a bear. It's all easy for her. Who dares to laugh at her now? She's like a legend in our eyes. Later, she gave me something out of gratitude for my past guidance, but I couldn't see its use, so I might as well give it to you. So you get this strange pendant from him, and let me go over here. And it's right here. It gives you 300 hit points, and it gives you 25 defense, but it also gives you 100% growth rate during beast taming. So it like doubles your beast taming process whenever you're doing that. So if you want, what we can do is just equip this with our main character so that taming our rooster is easier. And then you can give this to somebody else. This is good for swords, but even without it, it's a very fine accessory. And I'm going to call my pet with left bumper. Our pet got, like, if your pet gets banished or if you leave it behind, you just push left bumper to summon it again. And let's see if it needs to be fed. It's almost full, but if I give it these worms, then our relations goes up, we're devoted, we're ready to go, and let's just, actually I'm not going to depart, I'm just going to walk over here, and I'm going to bounce down to Windwolf Valley. You can see here's the Yi family battalion, here's the refugee camp, there's the tiger escort, a lot of places that are worth investigating. I'm just going to go here to fight some wolves. Complete our bounty. Also look for scrap silver. Try to save up. I'm just going to auto fight. We should be able to wreck this. Excellent. Oh, you know what? Let me see. What are you equipped with? I'm going to actually equip this with the hunter, even though he doesn't have the right stats for it, just to see if it's an improvement for us. We're going to catch stuff because this is what we feed to our rooster. Look at that. Bam. There's a little silver right there. It's just those little white dots on the ground. a lot of guys here. We're actually taking a little bit of damage, but not bad. All right. Everybody's just kind of leveling up. We're doing our thing here. And let's see, is anybody seriously injured? Not prohibitively. And here's 2 wolves right here. Here we go. This is all of them. We don't even need to fight anymore. Done. Wolf skin everywhere. Alright. Rooster's leveling up. Mine this. Perfect. And we finished this, so remember, all you have to do now is you could just talk to your rooster, we can depart, and we can just leave without having to walk to the edge of the map, and then just go back to the city. Now, you can't, like, find the nuanced locations when you're doing the depart like this. You do have to walk to the edge if you want to go to, like, a camp or the Yi family battalion or something from that screen. But if you want to go to the big spot, that's all you have to do, and it's super convenient. We're going to go over here. We are going to hand in this, and then look, drive away the beggar, drive away the beggar. These are 2 easy ones. There's a beggar at the Sorrowless Tavern. There's a beggar at the Artifact Shop. Let's just go do that. The Artifact Shop is to the right, and the Sorrowless Tavern is to the north. So let's go east to this beggar, and then, yep, and then just kind of give him a, I don't know, you could fight him again. I just do this every time. I just give him the money. It's an easy way to build fame and make money at the same time here. You get benevolence as well, depending on what kind of character you want to make. And then I'm going to go over here, and here's the Sorrowless Tavern. There's the beggar. Give him the money. It's like you make that guy's day. You solve the problem. And we hand it in and hand it in. You can see that we're almost to the next level of fame. Our well-known bar is filled in there. Oh, and he's doesn't want the pet to be in here, so he throws us out. Okay. So we did lose some relations because of that. So, yeah, put your pet away. Oops. Okay. I forgot. I didn't think the pet was here. I'm going to call the pet, and then I'm going to say, just stop right here. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to go rest in the inn. Potentially reset. Our quests, like the bounties that we can do here. And continue leveling up. We have to check all of our characters to see if we need to level up, but then we're going to go to the dojo and check out this competition, and we'll do that in the next episode. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.